Hey, what's up, YouTube faithful? Welcome back to the Guitar Dungeon. Since I am recording this video on a Saturday, aka Stratter Day, I have brought you another Strat. This one's a little bit different, a little bit special. This one has a whole lot of story behind it. Anybody that knows instantly sees and says, "Oh, that is the next wrong." Well, you're not wrong, but you're not right either. This is a Jimi Hendrix style Stratocaster, Fender Stratocaster. The upside down headstock is to, commemorate Jimi Hendrix, who was a left-handed player, having to flip his Strats over to play them correctly. Hence the iconic look about it. Like I said, a lot of history comes with something like this. This is the guitar that's modeled off of Jimi Hendrix's original Isabella guitar, if anybody knows, that he played at Woodstock. I mean, when you think Jimi Hendrix, you think of that alpine white reverse headstock. Well, not in his case, he just flipped it over, but for the rest of us, reverse headstock Strat. It was a very iconic look. It was... there were a lot of players that defined Stratocasters, right? I think Buddy Holly would be like your first one that really latched onto a Stratocaster and played it, And a lot of people made them popular. But when Jimi Hendrix picked one up, he did something completely different with it and just cemented it into the, mind of the world from then forward, I think the most, iconic player to really play one, in my opinion. This is all just my opinion, right? As everyone who is a real Hendrix fan knows, he didn't stick with the Strat. He did branch out. He played some Gibsons. He made a Gibson V, iconic also there for a while. But anyway, back to this one. This is a Jimi Hendrix Strat, but this is not a Jimi Hendrix licensed Strat. Okay? This is actually came out. This was like I don't know if you want to call it a prototype. I wouldn't say that, but it was before they started doing the Jimi Hendrix signature series, if that makes any sense. It was a licensing thing. The ones that are on the market right now are exactly this guitar, except I'll show you the difference. On the back, my plate is smooth, whereas now there is a little Jimi Hendrix laser engraved of his face on the back of them. There's also a I can't see it, a Hendrix signature right there, stenciled in. And that just comes down to a licensing thing. They finally got permission to use Jimi Hendrix likeness in his signature and stuff and tie his name directly to it. Make sense? It's a way for Fender to jack the price up, really. That's what it all comes down to. But this is that before that, right? So anyway, some of the other interesting things. This bridge pickup on this is actually flipped, because when you flip a Strat over, the pickup is crooked, going the wrong way, right? Well, this one mimics that. And you can tell a difference. It's not... overwhelming. It's just kind of a subtle difference, but there is a difference in tone. I can get out my other Strat and set it up the same way, set my toggle off just to play the bridge, and I get a completely different tone than I do off of this. Now, granted, they may be different in pickups and whatever, but that setting, it's subtle, but it's there. I don't know. This is actually a wonderful guitar. I get a little tongue-tied there because I don't know what else to say about it. It is a Jimi Hendrix signature Strat, right? It's made to sound a certain way. It's made to play a certain way. This guitar actually, has been set up to, play beautifully. Shout out to my dude Brandon for, helping me out with that one. He did a full setup on it here recently, and it plays like a dream, right? Little extra fact, as for one of the reasons that I love this guitar, back in the 90s, there was a movie that came out with Andrew Dice Clay in it called The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Great movie, freaking hilarious. You know, one of my favorites. It is one of those, like, it almost comes off as a B movie or something. Nobody knows about it, right? Nobody went and saw this movie. I did several times. I own it. In this movie, he's a rock and roll detective, right? And his most prized possession is a Alpine white Hendrix Stratocaster. He says it a lot more colorfully than that, but in that movie, yeah, he was all about that. So when I got a chance to own the Alpine white Jimi Hendrix Stratocaster, I mean, come on, I was a sucker for it. I'll say the specs, the interesting stuff for guitar nerds out there like myself. This has the old school tuners. As you can see on the back, this is a made in Mexico. All of the Hendrix models are made in Mexico. I don't know if you watched my other videos, but I am a huge fan of made in Mexico. I just think that you can get something standard off of their production lines that is going to be as good of quality comparably with a USA made Strat, or even starting to get into some of the custom shop stuff. I know some people say I'm nuts, but I tell you what, I've played both. And you can save yourself a whole lot of money going made in Mexico if it's something that you really like. Just saying. You can always upgrade pickups and stuff. You know how that works. But anyway, give you a few little samples. You can hear some tone. I'll go through the different stages for the bridge. I don't know if anybody is aware. This has... Wow, my lighting sucks. Okay, this is a 5-point toggle, right? Like all standard Strats. The idea is that in this position, you're playing just your bridge pickup. If you move forward one, you're playing a little bit of both. You get the middle position, it's just your middle pickup. This one is up here. The in-between are actually noise canceling, so that's something fun to know. But anyway, a little bit of both, and then just your bridge pickup, right? Bridge pickup? No. Neck pickup. Talking too many positions, right? Don't tell my wife. Anyway, play some, just here's some clean channel. It has a beautiful clean channel to it. Something about a single coil. I mean, they're just beautiful for clean. There's that in-between position. I'm just making noise right now, really. That's middle pickup. In the neck and middle position, and even in the neck position, it just has such warmth to it. I love the warmth it has. Sorry, I had something in the way. I said, it sounds gorgeous. For this one, instead of driving like crazy distortion like I've done before, I've got this little pedal here that is it's a mud honey pedal. I don't know if anybody's familiar with them. And it has a lot of fuzz to it. That's in the bridge position, by the way. But I'll run through a couple riffs. In between, I'll switch positions on the pickups. And, you know, you can get an idea for yourself of what you think it sounds like, right? So, I don't know. Slide up one. Pieces here. Alright, kick it up one more. Kick it up all the way to the neck, and we'll come off with, I don't even know what. bit deeper tone to it, and almost makes you want to get into some like. Maybe not that. Whatever. You know, you can play pretty much anything. It just matters dial in on your amp or whatever. Really, you know, Strats, for some people, they go nuts with them and they can play, you know, super distorted and whatever, and if that's your thing, cool. Not mine. If I'm playing Strats, then I want a cleaner sound. I love the Strat tone on like classic rock or some blues. In that vein. I almost want to say country, but I don't want to go country on it because country really puts you in mind of a Telecaster. So we'll go over that one in a different video, I think, because that's something coming. Anyway, the Jimi Hendrix Strat is a beautiful guitar, if not anything else. And Alpine White, I mean, you know, what a nod to Jimmy. One of the greatest guitar players to ever live, undoubtedly, right? So, I guess that's all I really have for this one. You know, like any other time, if you have any questions, you want to know some more about this one, and, you know, any of the specs or anything like that, I mean, besides looking it up, leave a comment. I'll answer back what I can. And, you know, in the meantime, you can subscribe and like and share and, like, you know, tell your friends about and subscribe and tell them to subscribe. And because honestly, if we get a whole bunch of subscribers and we'll get some things changed around, maybe we'll have some more videos. And just figure while I'm talking about old Mr. Hendrix here, we'll come over to the wall and we'll let him say bye-bye until next time. Peace out.